Hello everyone, welcome to the live stream. Long time since I've seen some of you. Hi Chris, hi Matt. So we've just been on the Just Create More Zoom call all about live streaming. So I'll see if any of it actually rubs off and this becomes any better. Hiya Paul, great to see you here. By the way, I'm always prepared with my coffee. I have 2 mugs ready to go, but then I've always got another litre on standby. So I'm definitely good for coffee. Hey Heather, how are you doing? This was it was a great Zoom call. That was the last one. Had to drop out 10 minutes early, obviously, to get ready for this and just get myself tanked up. A bit more coffee. But yeah, so we're going to get into my update, and the title of this live stream was my least productive week on YouTube, because I'm obviously aiming to average a video a day, and I only actually did 1 video this week, apart from the live stream, obviously, which is I do count it in the total, but it's yeah, just the 1 video. Hello, I'm not sure I know your name actually. Business Growth Ready, great to see you, and Inspirational Connection as well. Let me know your names, and then I can actually call you by your name as well. But yeah, so this week I've basically I'll put up my little figures. So last week I was 1 video ahead on my sort of total tally, but this week we're on day 127 and I've now only done 123 videos. Hey Rich, great to see you. I was just saying I've had an appalling week this week on YouTube. Well, not that appalling, but it's sorry, of course, Michael. Is that a different YouTube name? I thought it was a different name last time. I must be confused. Great to see you though, Michael, and great to see you too, Samantha, as well. So yeah, this week has not been my most productive. Only 1 video done since my last weekly update, and I blame 2 things really. The first thing I blame is Leap Into Live, because I only sort of spend 2 hours on YouTube a day, which is basically my mornings. I mean, like here now in Thailand, it's 5 a.m. So basically between 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. is my sort of content creation time, if you like, and the rest of the time is family and other work. So that's the sort of 2-hour window that I've got to actually create these videos that I'm making. And given that my videos are like half an hour each, and then you've got to allow half an hour on either side of them as well to sort of create a thumbnail and upload them and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's probably another 30, 45 minutes, something like that, on top of recording the actual video, which is just a live recording, obviously, to get it up there. So I've wanted to watch Leap Into Live this week, so I've been watching some of those. I've still got a load of replays to catch up on that, because I've literally just had a couple of hours a day at it. But the other thing that happened, which was not so pleasant, was last week after my live stream last week, I did record 1 video, and then my little daughter, my 5-year-old Emily, was jumping on the bed with her older daughter, Jasmine, and Emily fell off and basically landed face first on the floor. So we spent the weekend in the hospital with her. She had her 2 little front teeth were sort of pushed back, and so they had to have those reset. There's not going to be any like lasting damage and nothing broken, but yeah, not pleasant little thing for a little 5-year-old to go through. So so that was my weekend, and fortunately she's almost as if nothing happened now. They like that though, aren't they, kids? They're pretty resilient and sort of recover from these sorts of things. So yeah, that's basically why I have not been so productive with with the videos this week. That's my excuses out of the way. Oh, by the way, Emily was still jumping on the bed again yesterday, so yeah, she's obviously back to her old self again. So yeah, the watch hours though have crept up. So normally I tended to find that like on a week-on-week basis, the sort of watch hours would go up by 1,000 and the views would go up by 1,000 as well. Oh, sorry, watch hours would go up by 100. The views would go up by 1,000, and then this week's the first that they've kind of jumped up by double that. So like 200 watch hours and 2,000 views as well. So it was nice to hit that little milestone in the week, the 400 subscriber level, and also the 20,000 views as well. I like that about TubeBuddy, the way that you get the little sort of milestone achievements and things like that. When I look in the app and another one comes up, it's quite a nice little thing just to sort of track the progress. And to be honest with you, I'm always blown away, to be honest, by it, that I don't lose sight of the actual numbers involved, and that these are all of you lovely people that are actually decided to click that button and watch my stuff. It's kind of boggles my boggles my mind, to be honest. But there you go. So that's how the videos have gone though this week. But my other thing that I'm doing, and arguably much more important challenge, is also this Great Cycle Challenge. So that is for the month of September, and we're on day 17, actually day 18 here, but I will be going out on a ride later, so I didn't count today. And I haven't actually done any cycling. I'd planned a massive big long ride last weekend, and then obviously I didn't make that. But then through the week as well, I've just been obviously busy with the other stuff with Leap Into Live and so on. So I haven't been doing my morning rides either. So I've not been on my bike this week, which has now made this challenge that I set myself of 400 miles. Whereas last week I was a third of the way in and I'd done a third of the miles. Now I'm kind of almost to 2/3 of the way in and only done a third of the miles. So I've got to average about 21 miles a day, something like that. So I've got a couple of long rides planned. So I'm going to do one this weekend and one next weekend. But there's only 2 weekends before the end of September. So I'm going to have to really pump out some miles, I think, over the next week or so to make that back up, so that by this time next week, hopefully, I'll be back on track for the average. So in case anybody isn't aware, the Great Cycle Challenge is to raise money, as it says there, to fight kids' cancer. I don't think I need to mention anything about that cause, do I really? It's I mean, going through what I went through last weekend, just with my little daughter having her little accident and, hurting her teeth. It's terrible to be a parent and be in that situation where you want to take away the pain of your children, and you're not able to do it. And so I can't imagine the unbearable pain that people must go through when you've got children with something like this. It's just heartbreaking, really, to even think about it. For the children and the parents and just everyone involved, it must be devastating. So it's raising money for this cause. And so if you want to go and support the challenge, if you go to takeonetech.io/ride, then that'll take you through to my page on the Great Cycle Challenge website. And there you can go and donate to that. So if anybody has found any value in anything that I've been doing, then in my channel, then this would be a really great way to show support for the channel content by going and donating. But also, you're welcome if you just obviously want to support an amazing cause, then this is a great opportunity to do it. So but hopefully next week I will have a lot more progress on that front to talk to you about. The other thing, which is sort of paling into insignificance really compared to that, is the Tweet 100 challenge. So that's basically just tweeting every day, because I had been using Twitter more as a it was more automated, really. So I was just basically reposting my YouTube posts and things like that or YouTube uploads would just get auto-posted to Twitter and things like that, and cross-posting stuff from my Facebook. So I wasn't actually particularly active on it. So I have been trying to be a bit more active, and you know what I think about goals. Setting a goal is always a good way to actually get something done. So the Tweet 100 is just a nice little way to do that, where basically you just tweet every day for 100 days, but actually try and think about something meaningful rather than just reposting or stuff like that. So I've been doing that. I think I have actually missed a couple of days. I don't quite know how, but when I look at the sort of, it basically you just use hashtag tweet 100, and then every day you change the number on your handle to like 1 to 100. So yeah, I've been doing that, but there is a thing that you can go to actually check on your tally how many you've done. So it appears that I've missed a couple, but I'm not quite sure where I've done that. I might have just, maybe the time zones caught me out, because they do check it at a specific time. Maybe I posted before or after that. So anyway, I'm not really fussed about it. It's just more of getting into the habit of actually doing that. So I have been a little bit more active on Twitter. So that's that. Bye, Heather. Just noticed that one come in. Thanks for stopping by. So yeah, that's what I'm doing with the Tweet 100, and as I say, it's just more of a thing to get me into using it. So by the way, if you're not following me on Twitter, then it's Take1Tech_ rather than Take1Tech. Somebody had already got Take1Tech. It's a Japanese tech firm actually. So there you go. But anyway, so that is me on Twitter. That is about all I've got to cover except for the leap into live. So by the way, I'll just stick this up. If anybody wants to join in on the call today, then or on the stream, then hit the link. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change this because let me just put take1tech.io, because the thing about the live one is it's not actually got SSL, and it was Michael actually after the last show mentioned that if you go to the live link, then it got blocked by some people because it hasn't got SSL, and I haven't got around to actually fixing that yet. So and once again, it's my friend Mr. Matt. Let me just add Matt in. It says joining. He's coming on the line. I'll just run through some of these things, these comments. Leap into live was fantastic. It was, wasn't it? I've still not watched. I've still not watched Tom and Heather yet. I've basically been just watching the two that are that were on at the like the time when I was up. No, hang on, just 1 second. I'm not seeing Matt for some reason. That's strange. Try this. Technical issues. I'll talk through them. I'm not seeing your picture, Matt. I'm just try and call back in again, and then we'll get you on. So yeah, leap into live. So let me tell you the sessions that I've watched so far. I watched Stephanie Liu kick it off on day one. I watched the replay of that, and then I watched it's my other friend Greg. Let me add this one. Hey Greg, how you doing? Can you? I can't hear you at the moment. I'm not hearing you. Hang on, let me see if that's on my end. I'm still not hearing you. Oh, it says guest has muted themselves. Must be on the actual browser itself, I'm guessing. If it's telling me on my end. So on the Ecamm Live like the login. More technical issues. That's live streaming. So yeah, I watched Stephanie Liu. I watched Anna and Fulgens. They always make me laugh. Usually they're here we go, joining in again. Their session that they do on the Ecamm Live Facebook group, that's always good, and it's always morning time for me. So we're still having issues with somebody joining. So Greg is now trying to join again. Not having much luck there today, are we? So now I'm just seeing the little avatar, this little picture when somebody's trying to join. I'm wondering if this is something on my side or not. Not sure. I'll carry on and see if we have any more luck a bit later. Fourth time lucky, perhaps. So yeah, Anna and Fulgens, they did a great session. I watched Brent Collins on. These are all day one on the how to do a successful live show. Obviously, I'm failing a little bit today, or the technology's letting me down. Day two. This was a brilliant day. This was for the ones that I watched. So I watched Mary Lou Mandel about a guide to Instagram. This was just like if you've signed up to Leap Into Live and you haven't watched this one and you've got the replays, definitely go back and watch that. I felt like I learned so much about Instagram that I just was unaware of. Also Kelly Noble Mirabella about chatbot strategies. So that was I've done a little bit with chatbots before, but she did a really great session on that. Let's see if Greg's joining. Hey, how's your sound? It still says, Greg, it says guest has muted themselves. And I don't think that in Ecamm you've got the ability to unmute. It should be on the actual browser. There'll be a little mute thing somewhere. I'm just not sure where it is. Let me just quickly have a little look and see if I can find out myself. There will be a mute thing somewhere. We're going for fifth time lucky. I'm just going to do this on my side because I'm interested to know where the mute is. There must be a mute somewhere. I can hear you now. I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, we're in business. Fifth time lucky.
I saw your note about not being productive this week. I can commiserate on the fitness front at least.
Oh yeah, yeah. Mind you, you did a massive epic ride though, didn't you?
It was a big ride. Well, so you know what happened is I hurt my knee pretty badly. Um, like when I was leaving in the morning before, like be start of my ride, I was like, oh, that feels weird. And I, of course, rode on it um, for 6 hours.
Of course.
And uh,
What else could you do?
what else? What else do you do, right? And so when I
Yeah.
came back, I haven't rode all week basically because my knee's been bad
Right, right.
since.
Yeah, we've got some catching up to do.
Yeah, unfortunately, my
Yeah.
race is next Saturday though, so I've
Right,
been
right.
saving myself so I can do the race.
Yeah. Yeah, that long ride that you did, when I saw you got the little the animation of where you were going, and I thought, oh no, he's heading right towards those mountains.
They're coming
I know,
right
I
for
know.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah, going was hard, but not. There were several parts like that were nice downhills, like 30 plus miles an hour, kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
But coming back, you then have to earn what you did.
Yes, yeah, yeah. I've told you my strategy. My strategy is ride until I can't ride any further, and then think,
Yeah,
oh crap, now I've got to get back.
I
It's
was
amazing though
close.
what you.
Yeah, it was 100 degrees though, yes, on that day too. So
Right,
that
right.
didn't help.
Yeah. It's amazing though when you think you've got no more left in you, because I literally just ride until I think like, oh, I'm totally worn out now, and then I always manage to get back. Your brain plays tricks on you,
I
thinking like, oh,
I will be honest. There were several points where I stopped. Like I just like close to my house. It's always like when you're close to your house,
yeah, yeah,
but I was like 3 miles from home and I just could not. I couldn't take it anymore. I just got off the bike. I sat down.
uh-huh.
I think it was the heat and my water had all gone like warm at that point. So there was
Right,
just
right,
no, and I was just like, I can't do anymore. I was supposed to do 80 that day. And I was like, I just can't.
right, right.
It was just, my knee was hurting. My ass
Uh-huh.
was hurting. Like everything was just painful at that point. I was like, I'm just, no, not doing it
Yeah.
anymore.
So you ride next weekend. That's the 100, is it?
Saturday. Yeah.
Right, right,
So it should be 49 degrees in the morning when we leave.
right.
So much cooler.
Yeah, yeah. Just a little bit. Yeah.
There, and hopefully it'll top out at about 70. How you doing, Michael?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I think I can do it. It was just the knee and the heat.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, Honestly, it was more the heat. The knee,
Uh-huh.
like I was fine. Like I would have probably just kept going.
Yeah.
But the heat was just daunting. Like there was
Uh-huh.
parts. I was going, like I said, I was going 30 miles an hour. Some of the half, like for the way out, and then coming back, I was going like 5 miles an hour.
Right, right. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
I'm never quick on the way back.
I could not get my bike into the highest gear. Like my bike is very, I don't know. It's like, do you know the big gear in the front? Like I'm
Yes,
not
yeah, yeah.
very sophisticated in this. I could not get it back on there either. Like,
Oh, right, right.
because it kept slipping off and, yeah, I just couldn't get into the main gear. So I could never generate like any more torque, like pedaling either, so I honestly, I felt like I was in the right gear at that point because I couldn't imagine being able to push it and that,
Yeah, yeah.
but you're going slower in the,
Mhm.
in the smaller rings. Right. So yeah, it was rough.
Cool, cool. Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'll do a
Sure.
100-mile next weekend, but I'll be with you in spirit. I'll try and do a long one. How many people are doing the event that you're in?
That's a good question. I don't know. My guess is a couple hundred at least.
Right, because that's always
Yeah.
I find a bit of a motivator as well. If there's like other people around you doing it.
Yeah. Well, also it's easier, right?
Uh-huh.
Because, Keith was pointing this out. Like when you're riding, if you're going 15, 16 miles an hour on your own
Yeah,
in a group, you're getting 2, 3 miles
yeah,
like from
yeah.
the draft, right?
Hmm.
So, if there's a few hundred people in this race,
Yeah,
you'll be able to draft or take turns, like popping in front of each other, et cetera. So it should ease
yeah.
the ride a bit.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it definitely makes a difference, and the sort of morale of the pack as well.
Sure. Yeah. When you're by
Yeah.
yourself and it's like, I'm gonna at this point I'm gonna give up. There's other people around. There's like
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
cheering you on, right? Like
Uh-huh.
there'll be support vehicles to help
That's
you.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you watch any of the Leap into Life stuff, by the way? Or did you watch any of those
I gotta
sessions?
be honest. I got maybe a couple of them in, just busy week with work and stuff,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I tried when I could. I don't like the pre-recorded stuff.
No, it is a bit of a shame because
Yeah,
it's better when you have got that audience
I
interaction.
just don't. It's freaking leap into life. Like,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah. Yeah. I get why they did that though, because I think there's some people that maybe they're talking about like a technology or something like that that's to support the live streaming. Like also if somebody's talking, from Shure, for example, talking about
yeah,
microphones, or I haven't actually watched there, so I don't want to pick
yeah,
somebody out. But there were people there that maybe themselves aren't natural live streamers, so they're not so comfortable in doing it, but they're just talking about like a product or something like that.
yeah.
Um,
So here's what honestly I think what happened is it aggravated me that there were so many recorded things. So I'm like, I don't need to be here live then,
got
right?
you,
Like,
yeah,
so
yeah,
after
yeah.
that, I was just sort of disincentivized to like bother
Ah, I
trying to
see.
tune in because
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
well, you're not really interacting. There's not like a chance someone might actually answer my question, or at least
yeah,
that's the impression I got. So I'm like, I got other things to do. I can watch
yeah.
the replays later, right? Like,
Uh-huh.
um,
There was
but
a
yeah,
few where they did a like a pre-recorded, but then the person that had done, the representative or whatever of the company or whatever, or the
yeah,
person who did the recording was in the chat answering questions, and then they did sort of like a Q&A afterwards. But yeah, totally get what you mean. But there
yeah.
was some really good stuff. Chris just mentioned the Descript one. That was one of the ones that I watched on day 2. That was really good. I'm definitely going to get back into doing
I
more
need to go
with
watch
Descript.
that one for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Script.
Kirk Nugent, I watched him on day 3. He's always good. I like Kirk, and that on the art of the interview. So that was an interesting one. And then also watched another one, Jeff Say, on the using live video to grow a podcast. So that was that was very appropriate, because I still haven't obviously done any more about my podcast as of yet. But yeah, let me have a little look. Greg, not sure the post-presentation Q&As are part of the replays. Ah, right. Okay, that's interesting. So, yeah, there was where they did it like a Q&A after the fact, after the pre-recorded bit. Got you. That makes sense, I suppose, if they've just got a batch of videos that they're going to upload.
Yeah, there was definitely good topics there. And hopefully we'll get back to watch some of them. There is such a glut of content these days that is good though. So
there is, yeah. I did find though that, I mean, even the pre-recorded ones that I watched, it was still really good, concise stuff.
for sure,
And
like some of the ones I saw that I was like, oh, this is good, but like I got like other people were there watching. Like my wife is doing a conference for her company next, I think it's next month. And
right.
everything's pre-recorded, and
Yeah,
it
yeah.
actually added a lot of stress for her because she was the one who had to like coordinate all these
Oh,
people,
yeah.
bring all the stuff together. So it's harder to do pre-recorded actually.
Yeah, Doc was saying that
You know,
he had an issue getting all of the stuff out of some people. So,
yeah, because
yeah,
you have to have like line it all up. You have to get it
yeah,
over to your people. They have to be able to produce it. So yeah, I'm not saying that it's not technically challenging or difficult, but I do feel like a thing called leap into live should be as live as possible.
that's true. And speaking of which, I've just got to say hi, Tom. I've still not watched Tom and Heather's thing yet, so I was just literally watching the ones that were on at Thai time, 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. So I've got to go back and watch all the rest and catch up with them all.
I did see part of that one. By the way, I did sell my laptop today.
Oh, did you? Oh, cool.
Yeah. So the old MacBook Pro is going away.
Yeah. Hey, what did you think of the Apple event? Did you watch any of that or see?
I didn't
What
watch
do you
that
think?
either.
Right. I was trying to
just get
find
all
to
my
what.
gas news from James Hicks, right? So,
Yeah, he does it. I love his show that he does. By the way, the tech show that he does with Tallboy, and I watched that. They did a really good sort of. Then no, there's the sports one, but then there's the tech one that they do on I want to say Thursday. It will be Wednesday. Wednesday
I know.
evening US.
That's right. Yeah.
He does a load though. He's great. He's
He's doing a
really.
new show. I'm going to be one of his guests soon again on his new
Oh,
show.
cool,
So,
cool. Uh-huh.
um,
I'll
the
just put this comment up and let's take a snapshot. Thank you very much, Robert.
that's a
I've heard some conferences delay
that makes
availability
sense.
of replays.
That makes sense, Rich.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know all. By the way, I don't know if it's only that. As we all know, processing a lot of this data can take a long time, and
Yep.
adding production cuts and a lot of other things. Because a lot of times, some of these conferences also are doing multi-camera filming, but then they don't use multi-camera per se, like in the in the live presentation, but they may cut it back together in different ways.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah,
it may
so
be a technique for getting live, but it also may be some production stuff.
Right. Yeah, I saw the email about that, Paul. So yeah, the Leap into Live, the replays, they're not going to be actually on that platform, I don't think, are they? They're putting them somewhere else. Yeah. Have you seen that? That's funny. Due to a technical problem, the entire second day was run off a
I heard that
Doc's
yesterday in the
5G cell phone.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
That is pretty amazing.
Uh-huh.
Couldn't with Speedify though? Couldn't you blend multiple phones together technically?
Technically, yeah, I think you could. Yeah, you just have to link to them all. I'm running Speedify now, and it's got my my mobile and the my Ethernet and Wi-Fi as well. I really like Speedify. It's obviously found out about it from Doc, but and I've done a video on it. But it's it's a great service.
Which one is the spottier connection for you?
To be honest, until I started live streaming, my connection was pretty solid. But then I've had a few instances of it dropping out. I mean, it's like 100 meg up and down. And then I've got Ethernet down here, so my router's upstairs, but then I've got Ethernet down to here.
You're wired downstairs?
I'm wired, yeah, and then I'm using Wi-Fi as well. Because they also said if you've got like a hub, which I haven't got I haven't actually got a hub. I'm just plugging into straight into the Mac Mini. But they said if you've got a hub with an Ethernet as well, you can actually plug 2 Ethernets in, and will actually help. You still it will add to the sort of data transfer. So you're still technically using the same internet connection, but it's just able to transfer more over the two. Over the 2 cables basically, and sort of it's a different bus in, obviously, isn't it?
It is technically 2 connections, and so the software knows how to bridge and can leverage the fact that that's the case. Yeah, what probably ends up happening is it pushes your live stream to one of them, and then all your other traffic starts routing through together. Yeah.
It's great that you can use it on the mobile as well, like as a standalone thing. So it's I mean I was already paying for a VPN. So this is basically, it's got all the functionality of a VPN, and it's I think it works out about the same price anyway as just a decent VPN in the end, I think. It's pretty good on the mobile to be able to have like Wi-Fi connections and your cell signal as well, and sort of combine those. And I've got an unlimited data plan anyway, so I've got no issue with tethering and downloading gigabytes over it's basically 1,000 baht, so that's around about $30 a month for unlimited data, and I get really fast speeds, just over 4G on that. So I obviously get $30.
Okay,
it's
say 30 baht.
Yeah, 1,000 baht, so $30. Yeah,
okay. Yeah. I was like, that's pretty cheap.
Yeah, 30 baht would be like $1. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Hey, Dragon. So yeah, we've just seen each other on the Zoom call over on the Just Create More. I should mention that as well. If you're not already a member of that community, I'll just cover my face up with it. Go to takeonetech.io/create and join Tom Buck and Heather Ramirez Just Create More community. I really love it in there. They've got some great sessions, and it's great little community to be a part of there. Oh, got that one.
Is there anything of it? I haven't even been back since the last time.
Yeah, so there was a Zoom this morning that Tom was running all about live streaming for beginners, but it actually covered, there's quite a lot of, there's always questions that come up that are not necessarily entirely beginners questions, and learning stuff in there. So yeah, it was great.
Do they export the calendar out of this app into like Google Calendar?
I think with the events, yeah, if you look in the events, then I'm not just in it at the moment, but if you look in the events, then where you can see an event, there's either the link to the Zoom call, but there is a thing where you can add to calendar. I'm not sure if they've got a calendar set up where it's just like
See, I
automatically
want the whole
updates.
calendar, so I don't have to like come look here.
Right. Let's add that as a feature request. I'll write it down now.
You know, I had Gina the founder of Mighty
Oh, yeah.
Networks, on our show. Yeah.
Right.
The day she announced her $50 million fundraise.
Is it Gina Trapani who set up Mighty Networks?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, right, because I know of Gina, but I didn't know I didn't realize it was her thing, to be honest. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, sorry, not Trapani, Bianchini.
Right. Okay, I was going to say. Yeah,
it was an Italian last name.
yeah. There's two of them, two Ginas.
Yeah.
Right.
We've known her for a long time, but yeah, I love what Mighty's doing.
Yeah, it's a cool little thing. It is obviously another social network then. That's just what I needed in my life, but because it's worth it for theirs though.
Yeah. Interesting. How's the podcast coming? I know you were.
Yeah, it's not. I've not done any more on it since your great idea. I'm not just running headlong into things like I did. Like I said, the reason for the podcast was it was a sort of, I would say, from the idea of me having from me having the idea of starting a podcast to me having come up with the really rubbish, unoriginal name, created the little logo and the artwork for it, and started recording my first one. It was probably like an hour. I put that much thought into it. And usually when I get like that about something that hasn't had the sort of preparation, I've got to do the preparation for it. So I'm just just going to get myself all set up with it and do it properly this time. That's the same with my shorts, with my little TikTok venture as well. So I've set up a separate YouTube Shorts channel on YouTube just so that I don't mess up all my stats and stuff with the short stuff. So I'm just going to put a bit of planning into it, and probably maybe like the end of this month or something, just get into actually start doing it. Yeah,
I hear you. I've been trying to get a new. We've been trying to start streaming more days, but honestly, I can't even imagine right now.
And how's everything going with the app? With Zealous? It's
going well. We're launching basically a new product. It's not like an entirely new product, but it's a set of features that go together.
Right.
Called Meet, and so it's for doing meet and greet events.
Right.
So we've got we're working with a YouTube creator network, and we've got about 50 million subs in that network. But the idea of it is that kind of like we're doing here, right? Except it lets you manage the queue of people that you want to come in.
Yes, yeah.
And it has built-in timing, so you can actually like track. Okay, great. I'm going to do 1 minute with each person, stuff like that. And you can also charge. So if you were going to do like a paid Q&A, say, you could actually charge folks to get on stage to ask a question. But it still does multi-streaming and all that stuff out. So we're using it for meet and greets for creators and influencers.
Yeah. Cool stuff. I've still not got any further with setting up my thing on that yet.
Yeah. Anyone who wants a demo, just shoot me an email. I'm happy to set it up. I'd love to show all of you it sometime and have you give it a whirl. It's not as fancy as Ecamm, but you have Ecamm already, so you don't have it fancy.
Hey, but perhaps next week, if you've got everything, like get something set up and just do a little demo of it.
So I use it every week live for my post show. And it's ready to roll. Like we can use it whenever you want. If you want to try a demo like during your stream, we can bring it up at least and show people what it looks like.
I mean, do you want to do that now? I mean, have you got it all ready, or do you want some time to set it?
I can do it right now. My email is gregarious@zealous.app if you want to check it out. Here, let me just start a browser window up and I'll
just say hi, Andrew.
actually, and we can have folks come join us here too. If there's a link, I'll give you, Alec.
Cool. Yeah, it'd be good to do a little demo. But I went in when I first got the link from you, and I went in and set up my thing, and then I went in again and connected it to a few things, and then just one of those things. Just the I haven't had the time.
Screen. I'm not sure if you can see my screen though.
I've got a thing pop up now, so if I select that as now, let me think how I'm going to do this. I need to have a.
This is the complicated part.
This is where I should have put a bit of extra time in. So when I do that, I've added that in, but it's I'm not actually seeing the. I'm seeing it says your screen, but I'm not actually seeing the screen. I'm just seeing the little avatar thing. Oops, and Greg's dropped out. Greg's audio is lower than mine, is it? That's interesting. It's funny that is, because that sounds similar on my end. I wonder why that is. And we've lost Greg anyway. I'm sure he'll be back momentarily. Yeah, no problem, Matt. I gather that there'd be some sort of connection problem. I seem to have been having a few internet issues just recently. In the Greg's audio was very low. Was it really? That's interesting. So it's funny because it sounds right in my my ear, but not on the stream. Okay, and I'm actually at full volume on his interview thing. Let me see if I can adjust it on the actual interview window as well. And still getting this same thing where it's just bringing up the avatar. That's a couple of times that's happened. Normally it's either obviously brings the person in, unless Greg has not enabled his video. I'm not too sure. Let me just quickly show you these audio things though, just in case anybody's interested. If I add a little screen sharing window over the top, this is a bit of a disaster, isn't it? I probably shouldn't have started doing this. Hang on, where's it gone? I wanted to just show you, and we've lost Greg again anyway. Where's that camera overlay gone? I am indeed using the Ecamm beta. That could be part of the problem, couldn't it? Never use a beta in production, but I've always just felt like there's I haven't had any issues with it up until now. So yeah, perhaps that is what's going on. And now I've got a camera overlay that is not disappearing. There we go. Right, let me just lock this scene. What I wanted to show you was the settings on the interview mode actually. So I'll just come and quickly do this. I need to lock that scene, add in an overlay, and then if I add this as, oops, I want a camera. I'm glad everyone's understanding. Let me add this. So this is the screenshot. Now, of course, I can't see. So this is a bug in the Ecamm beta, is normally when you are sharing the whole screen, you have the option of showing or not showing the Ecamm windows. So you can have it where you say show everything when sharing the entire screen. Well, in the beta, it doesn't actually work. So you can't physically show the all the Ecamm windows. So I was just going to show you on interview mode, you can actually change the volume of the guests individually on the interview panel, but then obviously you've also got on the sound levels panel, you can change the audio levels from there. And both of those for Greg actually are at like maximum. So I've not got any way to turn him up on my side. I did get the B3 the other day, yeah. So that came out pretty quickly after the second version, didn't it? So I am currently on v3.90. B3 is what I'm on. Okay, well, I guess we've got a little bit of a technical issue with Greg coming back. Maybe there is a reason to use the non-beta version after all, but I just can't get away from all the little features that it's got at the moment. You know, with all the beta features are just amazing. That's a point, isn't it? Yeah, demo mode would. So yeah, I could do demo mode. That would show everything. There we go. That is my whole screen. that is the way around it. What I was going to do is just drop on, because it might be a bit small because I've got a 4K display. So what I was going to show was just basically down here that the interview mode was the guest. So Greg's just saying the guest mode is down on Ecamm. Interesting. So yeah, I'd got interview mode here as the maximum volume, and then on the actual interview window as well, you've got this one where when you've got an interviewee on, then you can adjust the volume there. But yeah, they're both maximum for me. So that's yeah, I'm not sure it is a beta issue actually. But anyway, so that's that. So perhaps Greg, if you can increase your volume on your end, then that might be a way to resolve that. I'll tell you what I will do though, while I'm in the process of sharing screens, and I want to ask if anybody else has got this particular issue. In fact, let me come out of demo mode now, and I will go back to that little screen sharing thing. Ever since I got this new Mac Mini, I've been getting this issue of, let me just crop into this a minute. I've been getting this issue of, you know, when you grant permission to something, like it'll say there is a particular app that needs to access something in your system preferences. So let me just make this a bit bigger. So yesterday I did this with what was it? WhatsApp. It says it right there on the little thing. And it says it would like to access your files. And so you do this thing, obviously, where you go into your system preferences and then you grant access. So in system preferences, if I just open this up, here we go. I'll make this a little bit bigger. So then you go into your system preferences box and you go into your security and privacy. And then you've got this bit here where you go in and you can grant permission to things to access your whatever it is, accessibility, full disk access, all of that sort of things. So if you need to grant access to something, it'll pop up this little thing. Well, I've found ever since I've had this Mac Mini, there's been an issue where these little messages will not go away, even if I have gone in and actually, you know, granted permission to it. Let me just uncover my face a moment. So no matter what I do here, if I just click this, it's just persistent and it doesn't go away. And even if I go into my system preferences and actually grant the permission like manually, these things just persist and they just don't disappear. I wondered if anybody else had that issue. It's a bit of a weird one. And obviously it's done this since day one of the Mac with the software. I've obviously done all of the updates that you do. It's just a bit of a weird little issue. So this is my little support request if anybody else has noticed that at all. But there you go. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Never had that issue on my M1. Yeah, I don't know what it is, and I can't think that it is something to do with an M1 specifically. It looks like a software issue, really, doesn't it? So I'm not really sure. Anyway, I just thought I'd put that out there while I was sharing my screen. Hey, Justin, nice to see you. So let me have a little look. Greg has sent me a link on Messenger. Right, so here we go. I'm going to try and see if we can get into this. I'm not really sure what to expect with this, actually. Let me have a little look. We're basically going to try out the Zealous app platform. It's just been a little bit slow. Don't worry, I'll get there. I don't obviously open it on my mobile. That probably is it, isn't it, Chris? It's because I use a million different tools and they clash. The thing about it is, it has done it since day one before I even had anything on. So I'm absolving myself of responsibility on this one. In every other circumstance, I always consider human error as the first port of call. But yeah, on this one, I'm laying the blame squarely with Apple. Let me see. Now, Facebook is not loading up. And I wonder if that's because I've got my... let me just toggle this one off a minute. So what I'm trying to do... it is the obvious thing, isn't it? So many little automation tools, sometimes they're clashing. I had a weird one, actually, when I was on a call the other day, in fact, with Chris, where I went to press something to do a... what was it I was doing? I was going into demo mode or something like that, and it actually must have been some sort of clash with a shortcut, and it switched my my mic source in Zoom over to something else. Or no, switched my speakers over to something else. So instead of me hearing the other person speaking, it actually changed it to something else where I couldn't hear them at all. So yeah, sometimes all these automation things, you have to make sure that they don't clash. Oh, hey, Eileen. Great to see you as always. Let me have a little look. I'm trying to get this link from Greg to try out Zealous app. And for some reason, when I try to go to my Messenger, I don't have Messenger installed on my my computer. Try to keep Facebook. I don't have it embedded into that. It's not loading up. Hang on, let me copy it from. Try and copy it from here. Let's see. Technically, if I copy it on my mobile, it should work. Tell you what, I'll just type it in manually. This might be easier. Don't mind me, talk amongst yourselves. Zealous, demos.zealous app. Oh, help if I type it in the correct place, wouldn't it? Here we go. Dead air. We'll be there in a minute. We'll just get this demo up and running. Let's have a little look. Typing out these things is not always the best. YQ2. Does anybody else find that they can't necessarily type without actually speaking what they're typing? Okay, I think we might be in business. Right, so what do I need to do? I need to share my screen, do I? Let me have a little look. Whoops, wrong part of my screen. So, this is zealous.app. It is web-based. Matt, yeah. Let's have a look. So I'll click on here, test this one. Now, I do have an account. Now, who did I sign in with? Let me just quickly get this one. I think I signed in with my Google, didn't I? Just come to that one. It would have been good if we'd prepped all this in advance, wouldn't it? Here we go. Yeah, that's the thing. I can't type and talk. I sometimes do these demos and then I'm trying to talk while I'm doing it and I can't. But then at other times when I'm actually trying to type a code or something, I find myself just talking to myself, reading it out. Right, let's see. I think we might be back in business here. So, whoops, not that one, this one. Let's try it again. So, this is Greg set this up on his end. Now, I wonder how this is going to work. There we go. We've got Greg. So, is this going to create a little sort of loophole, wormhole, whatever it's called? So, be our guest. Join now. This is going to be a bit interesting because I'm basically joining. I'm guessing it's going to ask for the virtual camera. Allow. Now, what's going to happen here? Let's see what's happening. She is, isn't she? Kat's great. I really like her videos. Homesick Mac. Dragon. Right, so Greg, I don't know if you can hear me. I can obviously see you. You're not getting my I wonder if you're not getting my picture because it's just actually coming from Ecamm. Can you hear me at all, Greg? Through this app? Through Zealous? Oh, hang on, I'm muted. Oh, I can hear you, yeah. Now, can everyone else hear Greg? Let me see.
Can you use your camera directly?
I'm thinking.
Yeah, can you hear me, Alec?
I can hear you, yeah.
Try just using a different camera.
Cool. Right, let's see if we can get this going. So where do I select my camera? Down here. I'm thinking I have not got a camera that I can actually use at the moment.
Oh, the little gear, yeah.
The little gear, where's the little spanner one? Ah, okay. So
oh, you can't. Can you not get to your camera natively instead of through Ecamm? Yeah, the wrench. Sorry.
Please enable camera access. So how do I do that?
Oh, there we go.
Can you? You're not seeing me yet, are you? Or is it just starting up? I wonder if it's going to feed back eCam to you. It might do because that's kind of my default camera. I actually unplugged my other camera recently, and
Nice.
I'm not sure.
We're getting my audio passing through though, so that's cool.
Yeah, yeah. I've set grant permission. Is this that thing that I was talking about where when I grant permission, it's not always immediately accessing it? So that says, please enable camera access.
Oh, you know what? The little camera icon in the toolbar, Alec, will let you do it.
So in the toolbar, see if I click on the little wrench and then it says grant access. You mean in the toolbar?
Sorry, the location bar for your browser. Yep. Go to the location bar on the right hand side. There's a little camera icon.
I'm not seeing the got the mute one, but I've not got a little camera icon. Am I missing something there?
Yeah, you see it's muted. You see where the mute icon is? If you click on that.
Yeah. So can you hear that through Zealous? Interesting. There's something to do with my camera though, because it's not actually registering my camera.
I hear you. Permission. I can hear you.
You can hear me now, yeah.
But okay. Well, in any event, this is what it would look like.
Let me just see if I can quickly get, because I've got camo. What's it called?
Yeah. Oh, you could try reloading. Maybe it'll ask for permission again.
What? Reload the site? Yeah. Drop out and come back in. Try Chrome. That is a great idea. Justin.
I don't think you need Chrome, Eileen.
Okay.
It should work in Safari.
What I'll do is I'll just quick Safari and then come back in again. Let's see if that works. Here we go. Give it another go. Let's see if it works this time. And I think we've still got the same issue. Let's have a little look. So I don't think my camera's still on.
This happens. Oh, wait, hold on. Now you're back. Let me put you back on stage.
Okay, let's have a little look.
Bring on stage.
We'll find out. Let's have a little look if I can get it working on this one as well. It's not looking like it's coming up.
Interesting. Here, what I'll do is this. I'm going to see if I can bring my co-founder on. And we can show you what it looks like at least.
Cool. Let's see if I can change my camera. The beauty of live demos, eh?
Alec, if you share that URL, can you share that URL in the chat?
Yeah.
And then other folks can join us.
Let's give that a go. Right, I'll just drop that in here. Whoops. Okay, I've just dropped that in the chat.
Eileen, I'm ready to do your demo whenever you're ready.
It will be that Paul, by the way, but yeah, that is. I have got permissions set for that, but this is the issue that I had when
you can join from phones.
All right, we'll let you off, Chris. I'm just trying to see if I can change to a different camera actually. So I've now got my little camo one up. Permission, and let's have a little look if it is in my permissions.
Yeah, if anyone in YouTube wants to join, they can just join that same link and they'll be able to come in.
Yeah, it's not looking like it's my permissions in my system preferences at least. So not sure about that. Well, we'll see. We'll have to set up a bit of a bit of a better demo because I'm making a total hash of it. It's definitely me, not the platform. So. Yeah, so the cool thing about this is just obviously...
But if you want to see what we can do in here, if you share that same link, Alec, to the YouTubers, we can get one of them to come in.
Yeah, I've dropped the link into the chat, I think. Yeah, it's in the chat. It's funny that it's not actually showing up in... Can everyone see that link? It's showing up on my mobile.
Oh, cool.
It's just not showing up on my stream of comments in Ecamm Live, which is a bit weird.
Oh.
Now why
it could be a settings thing because of links in chat.
Oh, yes. Well, this is all the things today, isn't it? Right, hang on a second. Let me... We'll find a way to do this. Here we go. Let's see. There you go. This handy link.
This is a little meta. Obviously, it's not the intended use case.
No, it's not. We will have to do I'll have to do a proper demo. Yeah, maybe.
Here, let's get some folks, and you'll see what happens.
Yeah, maybe next week I'll actually do the stream on Zealous instead of just like totally hacking this together with my computer not set up properly. So I've got to enable links in comments.
Here comes.
So yeah, it's kind of you mentioned like it's kind of like Clubhouse but for video, isn't it?
I haven't seen that. That permission problem does happen with the camera sometimes, but it seems like the more complex your setup, the worse it is.
Right. Yeah, so it's cool. You got like the people can join on the audience, and then you can sort of add them into the call as well. It's great.
Yeah, I'm going to show you. Okay, here we got
it's Matt.
So now we've got one more friend joining us. Here we go. Yeah.
Let me move this.
What's up, Matt?
Hey, how you doing?
Oh wait, I don't hear you.
We got no. That was the issue. Was that the issue? Oh no, the issue that I had was no.
Do you hear him? I don't hear any.
I can't hear him. No.
Oh, there we go.
I'm still not hearing Matt.
I don't hear you, Matt. Sorry. I don't know what's going on here. But Alec, as you can see here, we can do different layouts automatically.
So let me just drag in so that he could jump in. Let me paste the link in Facebook chat in Messenger.
Do a picture in a picture.
Yeah. I think it's okay here.
Oh, there we can hear you now.
Go now. I hear you.
Yeah, very good. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good, thank you. But I feel like I'm very vertical.
You are very vertical. Here, I can make you the star of the show now.
Yeah, but I don't know why I don't know. Like the proportion is not. Maybe it's from my side. Maybe I need to set something.
Yeah, it does look a little bit.
Let me try another camera to see if it's better.
Yeah, that's a little better aspect ratio.
Yeah, the quality is less good because it's the webcam the face cam from my laptop from my Mac.
Oh, it's your laptop one. Got you. Here, so I'll show you guys what's possible. So I can screen share also, so you can see what I'm seeing. And I can make this the primary view. Whoa!
I've just sent you a link, by the way, Dragon, to your Facebook Messenger, if you want to jump in as well.
So, what were we looking at, Lee?
Oh,
Here,
we've got...
I'll do it this way. I'll bring up...
Dragon's just joined it in as well.
Actual UI.
Paul.
So yeah, this is all built in the browser. It's sort of like trying to blend kind of some... Oh yeah, here we go. I see one more friend in here.
Yeah.
So there we go. Now you can join as well.
Paul Duncan says, you are hot. I think, and he was referring to Matt's mic. So he says that was an audio comment. I'm offended, Paul.
Right,
I thought you were talking about me.
On stage.
We're getting there.
So yeah, we get all these. You get these layout modes kind of built in, kind of like a StreamYard.
And in fact, it's streaming only on this platform, right?
No, so we can technically multi-stream out to Facebook and Twitch and YouTube and LinkedIn Live and other places as well.
Good.
Thanks, Rich.
I like your website look and feel. It's very neat. I like this kind of website where when you're scrolling down, you have like the key messages. It's very good. I like it. You see? I mean,
so yeah, the goal is to do something like Clubhouse with your audience. So you can bring kind of like interview mode on Ecamm, but we can have up to 15 people at a time in this experience.
so then someone can raise the hand and say and come on the stage, like as you said, Clubhouse, right?
Yeah, so we can technically have like millions of people in the room, and you can have 15 on stage at the same time.
Hey, that's good, then. I'm thinking on how to combine. Sorry, Alec.
It's cool.
We're taking over the stage, yeah.
I'm actually in preview mode. I'm just setting up a bit of a better view of this.
We can integrate that into streaming into Ecamm the way that Alec is doing, right?
I think in Ecamm to integrate, you would just go full screen with this experience and pass all of the audio through and mute yourself in your primary stream and let the audio all come from one place so there's no delays.
Yeah, that's good. I like the concept, honestly.
Yeah, and it's all automatic, right? So
so now it's not on beta anymore. Oh, it's like it's an official.
It's live. Anyone can sign up technically and start using it, but we are still working on different pieces yet.
So you don't have any like pricing or something like that?
We don't charge for this, actually. The way we make money is on the transactions if you sell tickets or if you receive tips or if you bill. Yeah.
Nice. I like this concept. I mean, first of all, I like the concept of Twitter Space or even Clubhouse, but even I'm a bigger fan of Twitter Space.
Yeah.
But adding the video to it, I think it's bringing another perspective on how you're sharing things. And it's pretty good. Sorry, Alec.
It's all right. I'm just in the middle of behind the scenes. I'm actually just setting up a bit of a different view.
We are hijacking your your
That's
channel.
fine. You're welcome. You go ahead. Hang on a second. I'll get this set up in a minute.
Yeah, I'm checking this out
Alec
as
is
well.
making
It's
where his little square will, his Ecamm Live square will be inserted in the right place in the UI.
That is exactly what I am doing. you are totally right. That is exactly what I am just in the
But
middle of doing.
one thing is, I'm wondering why the aspect ratio of my camera is like this.
It should be fitting, but it's definitely interesting to see because haven't seen that before. But like the others were all okay otherwise.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why it's making this like that. Because I'm using so it's a Sony ZB1 plugged HDMI. I mean, like there is, I don't know why it's doing that. I have no idea.
There we go, guys. I've sorted
Weird.
it.
I'm getting an echo or repeat, but I can't tell from where. Oh, there we go.
You're probably getting an
Did you
echo.
manually insert yourself into
I did.
the right place?
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm.
Alec, I know how to mess you up though. Watch this.
Oh no! I'll put myself down here then.
Watch it. I just moved you.
that's cool.
Here you go then.
Yeah. So we
No,
have
this-
like a few picture-in-a-picture modes.
Yeah.
Like this. Let's play hide from Alex now.
I'm going to chase you around the screen.
I don't know why it's doing like that. This camera. Let me try to switch off and start it again.
Oh, here, I'll add Peter just so we get one more. This is my co-founder, by the way, so he may be able to help. Hey, Peter, Matt's aspect ratio is a little odd for some reason. Can you see it?
Wait. Matt?
Challenge.
Which
It's me.
Yeah.
Oh, aspect ratio?
Yeah, I'm like squeezed, like someone is trying to make me a slimmer.
I'll just say bye, Chris. Thanks for stopping by.
I don't know. Maybe I can try to unplug and plug again this capture card. Maybe.
Is it only
Maybe
happening
that's-
there?
Yeah, I mean that's the first time I see that. Honestly,
If you open Ecamm up, does it give you the same look?
no, I mean like I can try now, but let me like unplug and plug it again. Sometimes it's working like that.
You guys hear me?
Yeah.
we can
Very
hear you.
well.
Okay, that's great. Okay.
And your picture is very nice, Mac.
Your picture is very clear. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
the quality is very good.
That's a Sony A6400 with the, well, now it's not with a capture card. I'm going into 18 Mini Pro and then into the computer.
Yeah, this is
But I have
6400
Yeah.
in a Cam Link.
Yeah. No, with a 18 Mini Pro.
Oh, no. Yeah, sorry. I have an A6400 also with a Cam Link.
Okay. But my lens is a f4 18 to 105 zoom lens because I'm teaching a lot, and I would use a faster lens. I have a 35 millimeter 2.8. I have a 50 millimeter 1.8, but I need to have this zooming ability because I'm teaching guitar and I'm kind of backing off, coming in, zooming out on some angles and whatever. So that's the reason I have this lens, but I like it. I mean, if I zoom in a little bit, then I get the blur background without problems. I'm fine with
How
that.
far is the
Good lens.
from you right now?
Oh, it's not even arm's length.
Oh, interesting.
Very close. So it's zoomed into 25, 26 millimeters, something like that, from 18.
I love your 3-camera setup where you've got the different angles on
don't
your
know.
guitar,
I
and
still
that
have the same
looks
issue.
looks great.
I actually, what I did now is I'm listening. Oh, actually, Alex's mic is off here. Oh, Alex went backstage.
It's off on me.
Let's see if I bring him back up. Yeah, Alex's settings are all wonky for some reason. We can't get his camera to come on, and
I think the audio, if you're getting a feedback from me.
Try unmuting. Are you unmuted back?
I'm unmuted now, yeah. Can you hear that?
So Alex is playing what's the game? Frogger with his video tile. Okay, because I think I can mute the YouTube then and just listen here if you're
right. Can you hear me okay now?
I don't know. I think it's me because I'm getting a lot of
I hear some
robot voice.
Yeah,
you're perhaps also getting it because,
or maybe it's Alec is trying to speak.
That's Alex mic coming into here for some reason sounds garbled. And your video looks a little better, but still stretched.
Yeah, I don't know. I unplug, plug, restart the camera. I've done everything possible. But I will give a try later, I think, and see how it's working, because I really like this concept of, bringing people on stage and, I know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's we think it's a good way for, especially creators with a larger audience that have fans that want to meet them or want to engage with them, or if you're an expert or a coach or a consultant, and you want to do paid sessions or one-on-one session, that like sort of the use case, a couple of the use cases that make the most sense for us. We've got our first test is going to be with a creator who has 2 million subs, and they're doing a meet and greet for their fans to come through. And so the fans are going to actually buy tickets to come to this event. And then they'll get to be in the live stream of their favorite creator while getting to talk to them. So that's kind of like the win for them.
Yeah, that's good. It's a good concept. Very good.
Can you hear my sound now?
StreamYard, it's kind of like Restream internally, right? Like we can do different layouts. Like I was showing, we can switch the way people are. We could focus on certain individuals. We can screen share to the mix as well. You can focus any one person at any time, and then overlay them. And we can do up to 10 people.
I have a question for a large audience. You're saying okay, you're selling tickets, like let's say it's like going to a concert. You have like this VIP access where you can go backstage or something like that. You can create different layers of ticket pricing with different access.
Yeah. So we have a currency that Peter's implementing right now internally. So actually, like Twitch, you get coins in Zealous.
Okay.
And you can use different amounts of coins to buy different kinds of engagements, like a one-on-one or a group session or whatever it may be. Yeah.
Okay. It's good that.
And the owner of the channel, the creator, can give away coins, right? So they'll be able to, every month, if you're a subscriber, let's say I'm a subscriber on their YouTube, I'm automatically going to give you 100 coins every month, right? And so you can definitely build up more of this like channel points kind of experience thing over time for being present in most streams or stuff like that.
I'm trying the chat. It's like private chats with the organizer, or
this is just the room.
The room.
Just in here. Sorry, not just the speakers. It's everyone in here.
It's everyone.
You can technically change your chat too. From that, if you click the little globe.
Okay. Yes, I see. Stage and backstage and public. Okay, I see. That's good.
This is very meta, isn't it?
Alex is behind a little square. I do hear your mic. Do you hear us, Alex?
I can hear you perfectly. Yeah. It'll be something to do with.
It's like.
And you can see Matt. Like for example, we're delay amongst us, but I'm also hearing Alec. I'm looking at Alec on YouTube, built-in delay. So
I have the same, but sorry to mute your YouTube.
I can just step away now.
Yeah, actually, wait, I did mute YouTube because I was getting it twice.
Yeah, and it was coming later. You know, it's like
You'll
a
get an
bit
echo.
awkward.
See, I could set it to my.
In all fairness, of course, Alex should be the bear. So Alex,
yeah, exactly.
Yourself to the large square.
By the way, I like on this picture.
Say again. What was that, Matt? I've lost Matt now.
I didn't hear his answer.
Oh, by the way, so did I turn the audio off from my browser actually? So now I'm only listening to the parts. So that way I'm getting Alec blended in properly.
Uh-huh. So yeah, I'm still not hearing Matt at the moment. Or maybe Matt's not speaking. Maybe that's why it is. Yeah, this is quite a bit of a loophole that we're going through here, isn't it? We're I'm screen sharing my my browser.
No, Matt's not speaking right now. I think
no,
Matt's
I'm like enjoying.
Oh no, wait, Matt's mic is on. I don't.
Wait, Greg, are you saying that you can hear me from what is being broadcasted to YouTube?
We're not really doing a proper broadcast to YouTube through Zealous because I'm
listening right now.
I'm screen sharing this on my.
But I'm not listening. I'm actually listening through YouTube.
Yeah, this is a bit of a weird wormhole.
It's very weird.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah. So
Peter?
Alex's audio is not coming in properly, but it's coming out of YouTube fine.
Yeah. Because my stream's obviously going to YouTube from my computer, and I'm just screen sharing my browser window to show everyone Zealous. So we're not obviously doing a proper demonstration of it.
So maybe the stream is taken by Ecamm, right?
Yeah, perhaps.
So you cannot have like 2x stream, right? No.
Well, I'm just a guest, so I'm just basically logged in on the browser. So I've just got like my browser window, and that's what I'm sharing on YouTube. So that's what's going out on my thing at the moment. I think what we need to do is actually do a proper thing where I actually do my stream through Zealous. That would be probably a better way to demo it. No, I can't hear anything. Cool. I think with that, it might be a good idea to just go back to the. I'm not hearing Greg at all now, so I think what I'll do is I will drop out of this one and then go back to the regular stream. And then we'll organize a proper actual demo because I think I'm not probably doing it justice here. Cool. Okie dokie, I shall drop out of this for now. In fact, if I just come out of there and get back to my regular thing. Well, there you go. That was, now I've got this extra overlay. Don't need that one. There we go. That was a very bad demonstration on my part of Zealous.app. So yeah, it's what we'll have to do is arrange the next live stream. I'll just do on that. I think that would be a much better way to go about it. So I'll just take this little Zealous thing down as well. Yeah, with that, I think I'm more or less going to wrap it up because it's coming up to 6:30 in the morning here. Hey, you're back. It looks a great platform though, that does, and I love the idea of it having the sort of the Clubhouse style, you know, where you've got people that are in as the audience, and then you can just bring people up. It makes it a lot easier to sort of add people in rather than, you know, having the join link and things like that. So yeah, we'll have to arrange a proper demo because that was a very I felt like there was so many different things going on there. Me just sharing the screen and then also my audio. If I'd shared normally like when I'll be on Zoom, I would share my Ecamm Live audio into the Zoom call or whatever. But obviously with something like that, then it would be feeding. I haven't set up loopback for Safari, so I need to set up loopback so that basically the audio that was coming through from Zealous wasn't going back into Zealous, because then you just get a horrible echo. But yeah, we'll have to spend a little bit more time with it and have a proper play around with it. And it was it was a Xerox of a Xerox. Cool. Well, with that, I think I am just going to quickly mention again, just before I go, if you found any benefit in any of the videos that I've created on this channel, then the best way to show your support is to head over to takeonetech.io/ride and support our ride. So it's me, Greg, Matt, and we've got loads of other great people in our little team as well. So Keith Pelzer, Indy Delgado, and Tom Buck, obviously. So yeah, head over to takeonetech.io/ride if you would like to support us riding for kids cancer in the month of September. But with that, I am going to sign out and look forward to seeing you all next week, or if not before. I'm sure I'll see you all around the internet somewhere or other in the meantime. And yeah, have an absolutely wonderful day. Thanks for the demo, Greg, and yeah, we'll definitely do it justice. And thanks to everyone else who stopped by. Great to see you all. I feel like I haven't caught up with all of the comments today. I'll just put a couple up, random ones. Yeah, we're hot, great, and they're all hot. I think those are the most important ones. So yeah, I'll sign out for now, and I've lost my train of thought with my my outro now. I've moved everything around. Here you go. I'll put this one up. So have a great day, and I'll catch you all later. That was quite a random live stream, that was. See you next time.